Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Poor Jazzes. I'm starting this episode by saying off two things. We're going to talk about wrestling, so I want to start off with a fuck you, Max Caster. Mental health and rape jokes are not funny. They should be condemned. You should be fired from AEW. And I don't want these bros on Twitter who were in my mentions a couple days ago. Well, he's a heel. He's a heel. He's supposed to do that. No. There's a certain point where you don't have to, if you're a heel, you should automatically get heat for just existing, not have to make jokes about people's mental health and rape to get over. That's not the way to do it. Second of all, Vince McMahon, you're an absolute monster. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Porch Asses. We are two brothers with four bad knees. I almost did it again. We are not four brothers with two bad knees, but we are here. We're talking about another round of releases from WWE. The richest company that they've been in a very long time continues to release people due to quote unquote budget cuts. But we're here. We're going to talk some big names, some interesting theories on why they're released, where they're going to end up, if they end up anywhere, what their future holds for them. But I am Morgan.
I'm Jeremy.
Welcome to the show, guys. Where do you want to start, Jeremy? Who do you just want to get the big one off the list
Yeah,
first?
let's just get the big one off the list here.
Okay, so I'm talking the big one, like Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Okay. Bronson Reed to me is super surprising. The man was North American champion less than a month ago.
It was like May or something. Yeah, but yeah, he was recently North American champion.
I saw him. Actually, there was even talk of he actually did a couple dark matches before Raw, I think,
Yes.
with Karrion Kross.
Yes, he did a couple of, yeah.
Which we're not going to talk about that booking on the main card.
Just fuck it. Fuck
no,
it.
but Bronson Reed getting released is super, super surprising to me. I thought he was an up and coming guy that was going to get moved to the main roster, be that big kind of monster guy that they've been kind of lacking since the release of Braun Strowman, per se. But I guess not.
Yeah, he wins the North American title. They have this big moment with him and his wife on TV. That's how they end the episode of NXT. He drops it a couple of maybe a month or so later. They then feud him with Adam Cole, thinking, that's going to start him off with something big, especially with a guy like Adam Cole, which we'll probably get to. And then a month later, he's released. Like, what in the hell? Like, it makes literally no sense to me.
My biggest thing with the Bronson Reed release is literally as soon as he got released, he literally called out Impact, ROH, AEW, New Japan. Like he literally that first tweet's like I'm coming. I'm like, oh shit. Is that 90-day not count? Is there no 90-day clause there?
Alistair. I'm just gonna say that they screwed that one up. They screwed the pooch on that one. So God only knows.
Dude, he looks so okay. I am not the world's biggest Cody Rhodes fan. I think, especially with AEW, I think he put a lot of his name and face out there just because he was one of the heads of AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why they're writing him off for a while. You mean just had his daughter, and I mean, it's obviously first job. I mean, all that. But Malachi Black, Tommy End, he looked so damn good versus Cody Rhodes.
That match was so short, but it was so good.
It was impactful.
Yes, it was.
And I see what they're doing, and I understand why they're doing it, and I'm glad. Congratulations to Cody and Brandy. But Tommy End looks so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that kick off the top turnbuckle and put Cody through the table.
Oh man!
I think I watched the gif of that like 20 times.
That was a special spot on that one, and I enjoyed it too.
Yeah. But going back to Bronson Reed, and this is my problem with AEW because I think their roster is getting too saturated. I don't want him in AEW.
I don't think he fits.
I think he goes to Impact, or I would love to see him in Impact actually.
Yeah, he makes more sense in Impact because they don't have any big major like big quote unquote heels.
Yeah.
Like the big dudes. First thing I thought of when I saw Bronson Reed get released was a match between him and Jeff Cobb.
That would be great.
Can you imagine those two big behemoths beating the piss out of each other for 10 minutes?
this is gonna sound weird, but you know who I consider Bronson Reed to be?
Hmm.
A very, very, very much better wrestler than Brodus Clay. I think he fits in our era Impact.
Yeah. And speaking of Brodus Clay, quote unquote Tyrus or whatever he is, won the NWA Television Championship the other night. Was it last night or whatever? But yeah,
Wait, did he beat? Who did he beat?
Pope.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Damn. Um.
Bronson Reed makes more sense in Impact. It
Yes, I
just
agree.
does.
Yeah, I think like AEW's roster is getting too saturated, and we talked about it a couple nights ago on the phone, and I think we're gonna talk about it a little later in the episode. There's only one guy I see WWE currently going to AEW, and I'm not counting Punk, and I'm not counting Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson, whatever it is, and we're gonna get to that person a little later.
Yes.
Okay. Um. Next two people I want to talk about because social issues are very close to my heart, and not that these were the best wrestlers per se, but the timing is very awkward to me.
Yeah.
We're talking Jake Atlas, Mercedes Martinez. Back in July, they're literally WWE's Pride ambassadors.
Mm-hmm.
And then a week into August, the month after Pride's over, Vince fires them. Johnny Ace fucking fires them.
Yeah, and these firings, from what I'm understanding, are not from Triple H or Shawn Michaels. This was all Vince, Nick Khan, and Johnny Ace. Like those three turd monglers are the ones making these firings.
Nice use of the word turd mongler.
Well, they are.
But, and I don't know how many times we're going to say this 50 times in this episode.
Yeah.
You can cut so many people, and yes, you can claim it budget cuts, but don't do it at the same time you're bringing back a 50-plus-year-old dude for a title match at the summer pay-per-view.
Yeah. That's absolutely ridiculous and is the stupidest. And I've said it on Twitter. I was like, the minute they released Bray Wyatt.
Which we didn't talk about in previous. I think we had talked about Bray too, actually.
Yeah, we have not talked about Bray.
Which we'll get to. I think there's two guys I think we need to talk about a little bit more in depth.
You
messaged two main roster guys.
You messaged me and said, "Hey, it sucks about Bray Wyatt," and that's when I saw it. And just after that, like a couple minutes later, I refreshed Twitter, and there's Goldberg's stupid face. And I retweeted the WWE. I said, "You just fired a guy with so much was such a creative mind for a 50-year-old shit stain who works part time, and he automatically gets a title shot."
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
It's sad I see Goldberg and I see this whole thing going off Bobby Lashley. It actually makes me miss Brock Lesnar. Is that sad?
Christ, I should mark this point in time.
I know, it's a big time. Lesnar actually brought something to the table wrestling-wise and fighting-wise.
Lesnar fought. Like, you watch a Goldberg match, he's blown up even before he gets to the ring.
Yeah, he's like out of breath.
Yeah.
Like that match that he had with Taker in Saudi Arabia or whatever.
Oh, Christ. They show that as like torture to some people.
Well, we all know Saudi Arabia's human rights violations. But
yeah, that was torture to them.
We won't go there.
No.
Yikes.
That's a different episode.
But yeah, the timing with the release of Jake Atlas and Mercedes Martinez is really questionable to me, and angers me greatly.
Yes.
Mercedes Martinez had a nice little run there in NXT.
Yeah.
But Jake Atlas never really did much per se. I know he did a lot of NXT house shows when they were touring before.
He was on 205 Live a lot.
Yeah.
Which was weird because they cut a bunch of different people, and 205 Live was showing at like 10 o'clock on the network or Peacock or wherever the hell it is now. They were on the show.
Yeah.
They were on 205 Live and they just got fired.
Speaking of 205 Live, we talked about another like little cruiserweight kind of guy and former NXT North American champion Leon Ruff.
What a star that guy's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, he will go somewhere and be successful.
I agree. Crap. The dude that was the wild card in the Battle Royal last NXT pay-per-view.
Did you mean the AEW pay-per-view?
AEW, yeah.
Oh.
You know who.
Yeah, I just drew. Oh my god, I just Leon Ruff or not Leon
Yeah,
Ruff.
that's what we're talking about.
Um. Oh my god, I'm drawing a
Why am I
blank.
drawing an absolute blank?
Oh my god.
Give me a minute.
Like I know who you're talking about. Leo Rush.
Leo Rush. That's what I think Leon Ruff can be.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he could be that kind of small guy but still win championships. He's got the energy. He's a better Rich Swan, so he could automatically win the Impact title.
Jesus, anybody's better than Rich Swan. Dear
So he automatically
God.
can win the Impact World title.
Don't put the Impact World title on anybody.
That's true. Um,
Not no, Kenny. We love you, but I'm just saying.
you know how pumped I was for Jay White to show up that that, that Impact pay per view.
Can I just get a Kenny Omega versus Jay White match? That's all I want.
We've got 150 before.
Yeah, they were mostly tag matches though in Japan.
That's true. Um, yeah, Leo. Yeah,
Leon Ruff,
yeah. I think he goes.
he's another Impact guy.
Yeah,
Okay, and I know you don't watch a lot of Ring of Honor,
I don't.
but you've probably seen the Ring of Honor wrestler Cheeseburger.
Yes.
That's Leon Ruff, basically.
Okay.
The underdog character that, pulls out a win here and there, that kind of thing. But I think Impact is a fitting place for him. And like we said before with Bronson Reed, I think those are the best places for them to go.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go down the list here, of other people WWE released on Thursday night. But yeah, a lot of them really didn't have anywhere in NXT. I think I mean Tyler Rust, not really. Asher Hale, Giant Zangier, I think did one match in India, and that's all he wrestled for WWE.
Mm,
He was like an 8-man tag match with Great Khali, Rey Mysterio, him, and some other dude, and yeah, it wasn't.
here's a match in India. Let's throw a bunch of Indian wrestlers here
Uh,
and Rey Mysterio.
yep.
Because we need something.
Zachariah Smith, Ari Sterling, really, uh, Stephon Smith, who's a referee. Kona Reeves.
That would piss me off.
Kona Reeves had a nice little run before the pandemic in NXT, and then kind of like disappeared off of television.
Yeah, which is frustrating because that character was it was like a cockier. I don't know how to explain it, but I liked the way Kona Reeves wrestled. Like I thought he was a very good in-ring worker,
Oh yeah, 100%.
but I just don't understand the mindset. And I just read this morning, and I'm not sure if you did as well, but there was a report out that with Vince firing all these people, he told Triple H and Shawn Michaels that they're going to go bigger with NXT, as in wrestler wise, and not midgets or old wrestlers.
Yeah, because they're just all the old wrestlers are on the main shows.
Can we talk about the one that, like, another release that really upsets me?
Who's that?
Bobby Fish.
Yeah, Bobby Fish.
That's literally the end of the Undisputed Era.
Oh, yeah.
It kills me.
Which I don't think. I think a certain another member of Undisputed Era is going to be leaving soon too. But that's just me.
I've always loved Bobby Fish. I've loved his work in Japan, and I loved his work in Ring of Honor. It was just like he was such a fantastic worker,
Yeah.
and yeah, he wasn't really that great on the mic, but
But you stuck with guys you didn't have.
yeah,
Didn't have to put them on the mic.
him and Kyle O'Reilly, multiple time tag team champions in Japan, multiple time Ring of Honor World Tag Team champions. He didn't need to be on the mic as much, which was, like you said, a good thing.
Yeah, that night they debuted and Adam Cole debuted at that NXT pay per view. That pop was absolutely amazing.
That was one of the biggest pops probably in a good 5 years.
Yeah. We're talking about Undisputed Era. I think we should just get this one off. The future of Adam Cole in WWE. Apparently, he met Vince before SmackDown this past Friday night. Apparently, the meeting went well. I I don't know. We talked about this a couple nights ago on the phone. I want Hangman to be getting his shit kicked out of by the Elite one night, and then all of a sudden you hear Adam Cole, baby, and it just fucking pops on wherever they're at. Do I think it happens? No. Do I think Adam Cole stays in WWE? I think he does, but at this point, you have to give him that jump to the main card. I think you have to slap a title on him. I think you have to push the future, and not the Summer of Cena, which the dude from Fightful a couple nights ago was bitching about it. They're calling it the Summer of Cena, but Cena didn't even show up on SmackDown in a storyline where he's going to face Roman Reigns the day of the release of a movie that Cena's starring in. What the fuck?
It doesn't make any sense. Like, and I agree with you. If Adam Cole is going to stay, he needs a push, and I can tell you right now, he needs to go to Raw.
No, he needs to go to SmackDown. I think you got to put up against Roman Reigns.
Okay.
No, I think you slap the SmackDown World Title on him.
Wow, that's. You want to come? Oh, Jesus, you could be my booker if I started a company. Holy hell!
Yep, I think you slap the title on him on SmackDown. Put him against Roman Reigns.
I just was saying Raw because Raw needs more help than SmackDown does.
That I agree with you there. Because it feels like the same three guys are fighting for the title on Raw. Bobby Lashley, I liked. But this is where I want Lesnar. I want Lesnar and Lashley.
He's asked for that multiple times.
I know, and I would love for it.
That's a Vince McMahon wet dream right there. Is a match between Lashley and Lesnar.
Because Vince McMahon loves large, sweaty men.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about last episode. I think we should have talked about the release of Bray Wyatt.
Absolute fucking bullshit.
I agree.
Bullshit.
The man was given what he was given 3 times and got over every single time. I really hope him and his brother go somewhere and fucking wreck the... I love Bo Dallas. I love whatever Rotunda brother it is. I love Bo. I love Bray. I think they would work great together. I think they go somewhere and could rule the fucking world, and I hope they do. But at the same time, the whole storyline with The Fiend and Alexa Bliss, I think it's overplayed now by Alexa Bliss.
Because I feel like it's the only thing that's Raw's showing now.
Yeah. I hate the whole doll Lily thing. I hate Eva Marie.
Yeah, well.
To a T, and I hate that she's involved in the storyline. I think they did Dewdrop wrong. Piper Niven deserves so much more. So much better.
Piper Niven could wrestle circles around that entire WWE Women's division.
Yeah.
And that includes Charlotte Flair. She can...
I understand why they're doing it with Nikki. I'm calling her Nikki Cross. You're almost a superhero shit.
That was her idea.
I know, and apparently Vince loves it because they can obviously go towards the kids of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have to fucking beat Charlotte with a fucking chair, which I don't get. I think the women's division's better with Becky back, but apparently they're not bringing Becky back till October, which I don't get. I think the women's tag team division is horrible. It's been horrible since they took the titles off the Iconics. That's just me being salty.
No, that's the truth.
The women's tag team, who's gonna buy tickets to go see Tamina and Natty?
Well, nobody's buying tickets to go see Natty because she's hurt.
Yeah.
But I would never see tickets to go see Tamina because her dad killed a chick.
You have to have... To me, every title has to be on a big man. If they're not a big name, you make them a big man.
Yeah, look at AEW. Kenny Omega,
Yes.
Miro,
Yes. The Bucks.
the Bucks, Britt Baker. Like that sells itself right there.
Yeah.
You don't need any more than that. Impact is getting there with Kenny and then the Good Brothers and then Deonna Purrazzo. I think that is working. Impact needs to figure out a
Did I
way
see
to get.
Deonna Purrazzo is wrestling Melina?
Yeah, at the NWA pay per view.
Oh God.
NWA is doing their an all women's pay per view.
Which is great.
Great idea.
Yeah, because WWE fucked it up with Evolution,
Dear God, that thing was terrible.
and the ladies got the women's division, and this has gone back forever and ever and ever to Alundra Blaze to the Fabulous Moolah. The women's division in WWF, WWF, WWE, anything owned by the McMahon family has been absolutely horrible for women.
Yeah. Yes, Moolah was the world champion for like 10 years straight, but that's because there was nobody there.
Yeah, you didn't have women's wrestling.
Yeah.
And then you go into the 80s where they treated women were only valets.
Yes.
Go in the 90s to 2000s where it literally was just tits and ass, which at the same time great, but also demeaning
Yes.
to women.
Yes.
And then you come in now and they're back to playing second fiddle behind everything.
Because if you go down the women's division in WWE, person by person, there are some stars.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Even NXT, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox, Raquel Gonzalez, even though you're going to disagree with me on this one, Rhea Ripley. She can be a star if done correctly.
Rhea has become the younger Charlotte to me.
I see.
She's going to be thrown into fucking everything. And I hate it.
I see that. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I love Shotzi Blackheart. I do.
Actually, Shotzi and Tegan, I think they should slap the women's title on.
Did you see the stupid ass finish though Friday night?
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
It was like 1997.
Well, look who's in the finish, you know.
Yeah. And this goes back to like even the other companies' women's divisions. Theirs are way better. AEW's, I will say,
AEW is actually lacking to me. Also, there's talk of a former Raw Women's Tag Champion joining AEW in Ruby Riot or Ruby Soho.
Yeah, I'll freaking mark out on that one.
Slap her right against Britt Baker, and I'm all in. Right now.
Yeah.
Do it right now. I'm 100% all in. I think they do need a name. I think AEW's women's division is still growing because Britt Baker, Chris Statlander. Nyla Rose is just Nia Jax, and I hate it.
Yeah. Thunder Rosa,
who is international star. You got to have some big names.
Red Velvet is challenging Britt on the first episode of Rampage. Cool. Great way to start it.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh. Awesome.
Yeah. And I'm okay with, like, Red Velvet getting a shot and everything like that. I swear to God, if Jade Cargill gets a fucking title match, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah, she can't wrestle.
She cannot wrestle worth a damn. And that's why she's just cutting vignettes the entire freaking time. Because she is greener than grass. Like, I understand that there are, you're coming into a new company, you're going to get stars from outside that are, like, popular or whatever. But, like, give me a freaking break. Like, that one match, like, Shaq, a tag team match with her and Shaq had to carry the damn thing? Like, come on.
Stop it, Kobe.
Like,
I'm a good wrestler, Kobe. That's all, Kobe.
And it was just the only thing anybody remembers from that match is the table spot at the end.
I don't like Shaq because he picked the Hawks over the Bucks, and look what happened.
We never said Shaq was smart.
2021 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh God,
Gonna keep bringing it up forever.
I got mine first.
Whole starting five's back, but yeah, you just traded the best start you ever had away.
Maybe not.
Well, that's true too. But the wrestling world is a changing world, and it's constantly evolving and de-evolving. And I think it needs a jump start. You can't have these old guys coming back wrestling once every 6 months.
Yeah.
And we learned that with Taker over the past couple of years. It's just, you're not getting better.
No.
And that Goldberg Lashley match for SummerSlam is going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
I don't own Peacock, so I can't watch it. And I don't care to own Peacock because I don't want to pay money for it.
No. Here's the one question. Actually, there are two questions here. Bray Wyatt goes to AEW. Just hypothetically. Does it work at the same time with Malachi Black? Does he come in as the quote-unquote Fiend? And does that work at the same time with Malachi Black being his
I don't think you bring him as the Fiend.
Okay.
I think you bring him as a more of a Wyatt family.
I love it.
I don't think you put him in the main title picture right at the beginning. I think you slap the TV title on him.
Oh, him and Miro. I could watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that.
I think you slap the TV title on him. I think you put him up against guys like Darby Allin. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
I think you also have to have Bray play to... Okay. Throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks. Bray comes in. He's looking for a new family. Bray joins the Dark Order.
Yeah, where's my wallet? I will buy stock.
Bray turns the Dark Order on Hangman.
Oh, for the love of God.
And you play off the Brody Lee Bray connection.
This family lost a brother, quote unquote, and I'm here to bring it back to the way it was.
But Daddy's back.
Yes. Something like that. I'm all in. Give it all to me. Inject it into my veins. I do not care.
Yeah. But there's a lot to talk about, guys. I'm sure we're going to have another... Next episode is probably going to be talking about SummerSlam and our SummerSlam predictions, because it's, what, a month away?
It's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
But yeah, we'll do an episode before SummerSlam. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the upcoming AEW pay-per-view, make some predictions there. But I'd like to thank you guys. I'm Morgan.
I'm Jeremy.
Have a great day, guys.
Later.